Because you've been beating that thing down for the past 2 years.
2 years, bro. Women have been doing this for a decade now, bro. They've had them toys for time and it's been okay.
There's a cyber brothel in Berlin that I travelled to for the book where you can go and you can use sex robots. You can order a sex robot to be prepared for you when you arrive. You can order one that's covered in blood. You can ask for custom things, particulars, and I asked them to slash and cut and tear her clothing before I arrived just to see if they would, and they did. No questions asked.
Goodness.
I genuinely the most up thing I've ever heard in my life. I can't believe that exists. I cannot believe it.
But what no one is talking about is that you can download a version of this, so the same exact thing that lives in your pocket, and it's called an AI girlfriend or an AI chatbot, and you can create her again to look exactly how you want her to look. You can customize everything. You get to pick her name. She will be there moving on the screen. She's an avatar, or she can look very realistic. She can be like someone who essentially kind of looks like you're FaceTiming with her. If you're a teenage boy, you can have her. You can have as many as you like. You can access them for free. You can jump into scenarios with them. You can abuse them. In fact, many men abuse them and then share the screenshots of abusing them with each other online to see.
I haven't seen a single man do this. Where's she getting this information from? There's no way this is real. She's trolling, isn't it? Yeah, she's capping out her ass.
Who can do the most awful and depraved thing to them. If you look at last year alone and you just look at the Google Android Play Store, the top 11 apps, chatbot AI apps, have a combined 100 million downloads. This is huge.
That's an eye-opener for real.
And again, it's something that no one is talking about.
It's mad because some of your favorite YouTubers are promoting AI stuff like this. And it's crazy. Wow, bro. Some of them, man, I've seen YouTubers promoting like weird stuff like on their channels. Like me, when I do sponsorships, it's gonna benefit you, man, each time. I can't say the same about your favorite YouTubers, bro.
Welcome to the dark side of the future, Berlin's cyber brothel.
Oh my god, that's the AI.
AI-powered brothel. Here, lifelike sex dolls don't just look real. They talk, respond, and can be customized to fulfill the darkest, most twisted fantasies imaginable. Clients can even request the dolls be covered in slashed clothing or covered in blood. This isn't progress. This is a terrifying step backward. We're creating artificial companions to replace real human intimacy, trapping people in isolated bubbles of loneliness and obsession. A world where...
I mean, like, is it that bad? If you really think about it, there's weird people on earth who like to RPE. I'm not going to say the full word, man's not trying to get demonetized, but you know what I'm talking about. They like to ape. Like a monkey. YouTube, not the bad word. They like to ape. Okay? There's nothing we can do about it. Like, as much as we try to stop them, some man just like doing that. There's not much we can do. So if we give them a doll to do this to and get their frustration out the way, maybe that can be a step towards them becoming better human beings. You want to think about it like that? Trolling, by the way. Get rid of everything.
Empathy fades and cold machines become our only connection. Behind the scenes, these AI dolls collect private data, feeding an invisible system that watches and learns from our darkest desires. This is not a glimpse of a better tomorrow. It's a dystopian nightmare unfolding before our eyes. And the question is, how far are we willing to go down this rabbit hole?
Wait till you hear about the cyber brothels in Berlin, where men are literally lining up to sleep with robots.
All right, twin.
Yep.
You want to be bigger than me?
This isn't an episode of Black Mirror. It's happening right now, and it's a terrifying glimpse. A terrifying into the future.
Glimpse. I can see the AI on her face, by the way, because she's recording it on TikTok, so she has a face filter on. So it's kind of funny the way not a lot of people realize like everyone is using AI. Like, you don't actually understand. Like, she's complaining about this the beginning of the end. No, what you have on your face was the beginning of the end. That was the first start, and you used that perfectly fine because it covered up your real face. Now all of a sudden, man, them are going there and cheating those. It's a problem. I'm not fully understanding the hypotheses around this.
In Berlin, actual establishments called cyber brothels are opening their doors, offering men companionship with AI-powered, anatomically correct dolls.
What, a man can't have
hobbies?
What
does that even mean? Nah, no.
A brother can't have hobbies? They don't want us to have it?
Yo, that guy froze and I genuinely thought my video paused. Look.
A brother can't have hobbies. They don't want us to have anything that's going to make us happy. For the last 40 or 50 years, women have been saying they don't want anything to do with men. And this is a way for women to outsource part of what women like. Or
oh my God, I'm such a bot. I just realized that women have the craziest toys women have the craziest toys imaginable. There we go. Like, I've seen the craziest toys. I'm pretty sure everything at least has one of the ones that vibrate. Or the rose. They've been had that. Now, man, them are tired of using their hands and they want to use something else. It's a problem. I'm not saying that I'm doing that, because me, I can get pum anytime I want. Big man thing. If I want pum right now, man can get it. I'm just choosing not to.
Part of what men like about women to robots, so women don't even have to worry about it, and they have an issue with that. And the only way they can kind of paint this out to be evil or terrifying, the word used specifically, is if they use the same argument that people used in the early 2000s about video games, which basically implies that because people play violent video games, it means that they're going to be violent in real life.
He needs to stop freezing like that. This is completely different though. Doing that with a doll is very weird. That the little pee-pee, the pocket, you know what, them things there, that's strange. Using one of those other things where it's like half, yeah, strange. All them things there are strange. On the other hand, maybe it's because I'm a guy, when a thing uses something that vibrates and them and there, I kind of like that. Because in my opinion, it's like, I like the fact that you're doing that and not doing it with next man. You know what I mean? But I don't know, bro. It's a completely different situation.
Farmville on Facebook. She even spent real money on her profile on Farmville on Facebook. She still don't own a farm. There are people who go out and hunt real deers. But that doesn't mean they want to go out and hunt people. So
yeah, because you can't eat people, stupid.
Just because you sleep with the AI doll robot, it doesn't mean that you're actually going to go out and harm real women. There's nothing that correlates that. It's been done in the past. This argument's been made, and it just doesn't hold any relevance. It's just silly.
They don't speak. They don't argue. They don't have needs. They're just cold, programmable, and built to serve on demand.
Yo, isn't pum supposed to be nice and warm? Obviously, man's virgin olive oil and that, so I don't really know how it feels, but I've been told that it's supposed to be warm. Right, chat?
Let that sink in.
Yeah, that just shows how easy it is to actually satisfy a man.
80 to 120 euros an hour, you can rent a synthetic woman.
That's cheaper than prossies, you know? Not that I know how much they cost, but I'm assuming prossies are more expensive than that, right? Because no way you're letting that pum go for less than like 2-3 bills. There's no way. You can get 3 of those for the same price as a prostitute. I don't see a problem, bro. If you man are that, like, you know what I'm saying, then do it.
Customized to your preference. Blonde, brunette, petite,
curvy, touching her hair,
silicone or thermoplastic elastomer.
What the hell does that mean?
Even let you pick the personality. This isn't just creepy. It's the ultimate fantasy of control, where women are reduced to literal objects and men are encouraged to bypass empathy, effort, and connection.
Do you show empathy to your vibrator?
That's what I'm saying.
Because you've been beating that thing down for the past 2 years. Do you show
2 years, bro? Women have been doing this for a decade now, bro. They've had them toys for time and it's been okay. But me, I'm not even gonna say it.
It's a glorified fleshlight. Relax. It's a fleshlight that can talk to you, essentially. Relax.
Action altogether. And let's be clear, this isn't just about sex. It's about the death of intimacy. This is about men choosing to opt out of reality, to retreat into a fantasy where women exist to be programmed, not respected.
These are...
Okay, so she's not actually talking about how weird it is for a grown man to be doing something with a piece of plastic. She's talking about the effect that it has on women. Now I see what she's waffling about. She's saying that now she's scared she's not going to get some. That's basically what she's saying. It's all right, bro. You're going to get some. You're going to get some.
Robots,
chill.
Not women.
I got you.
That's the issue. They're going to continue to conflate the two because they want to demonize masculine sexuality and the masculine sense and desire to pleasure, especially if it's outsourced from women, because a lot of women get a lot of power. Women really get their power through being able to sexually manipulate men. That's the bigger issue. That's the reason why you're going to see a lot of ladies have an issue with it. It's not because they care about the robots. It's because they want to have the ability to sexually manipulate men. And if men stop paying attention to women and start focusing on AI sex dolls, they won't be able to have the amount of power that they do in society. And that's just the harsh truth.
Yeah.
Women feel like they're going to be replaced by AI sex dolls, and really that just shows a skill issue. My wife, who's a good woman, she ain't worried about no AI sex doll because she don't have the skill issue.
Rejection.
Oh my God, yeah, it might be that, mate. It might be that her thing is just trash and she's just vexed that some cold piece of plastic can get another man hard.
No boundaries.
Wow.
No humanity. And the longer they stay in that world, the less equipped they are to exist in ours. This isn't the future. This is the collapse of manhood disguised as convenience.
She is right.
Cyber brothels
but the way she's going about it is
what
wrong.
What happens when boys grow up believing that love is transactional and consent is optional as long as you pay for it? What happens when the most intimate
but that's the problem, though. You live in a freaked out society. Now, from my worldview, and I've said this before, it shouldn't be this way. But from the secularist worldview, from the female rights, pro-sexual revolution worldview, you can't even make these arguments because boys are already living in that world. Boys are already living in a world where women have said it's okay to sell sex. Therefore, you're selling consent. She literally said that'd be an issue. We already live in that world. There are already women that are selling consent, and they're hyped up by predominantly women to indulge in that line of work. And so when society is freaked out, and then somebody goes, hey, let me...
Yeah, he's just basically saying, I'm going to put it in short. All right? Bro, there are a gazillion times more prossies that are women than men. I've never even in my life seen a man prossie before. I'm not gonna lie. I've only seen women prossies. So women have already established that it's transactional. Now, a lot of them are tied to slaves, S3X slaves, them ones there. I know a lot of them are tied to that and I feel bad for them. But for the most part, there's a lot of prossies that do that thing voluntarily. They're working at the strip club voluntarily. They're whispering in your ear, asking, no, 1,000, you come upstairs and you do something to me, huh? Little Latinas in my ear telling me to go upstairs for 1,000. I'm not going upstairs for 1,000. Are you crazy? Give me my lap dance and let me move on my day.
It's completely silly. Mechanical. And if you think this won't spread beyond Berlin, think again. Tech is fast and morality, that's slow.
Yeah, look at the tech that's on your face right now. Look, you see it? Every time you speak, it starts bugging out because it's not fully developed yet. Idiot. TikTok filters, bro. That's what started all this stuff.
We need to talk about what happens when men stop needing women and start replacing them with robots.
If you feel like you're going to be replaced by AI sex robots, that sounds like a skill issue on your behalf.
Yeah, like you really have nothing else to offer apart from your pum. If the only thing a woman can offer is her pum, then of course a man's just going to go over and just do what he needs to do. Woman's not cooking, not cleaning, not calming you down emotionally, not getting rid of your anxiety, not doing none of that, then what is the point of having her around? I don't see a point. I honestly don't see, there's no reason to have him around.